Hello, today we're going to talk about the internet from emergence to convergence. Emergence. In the 1960s, ARPANET, Advanced Research Projects Agency, was created by the Pentagon as a way to link researchers and the supercomputers around the country. UCLA computer science professor Leonard Kleinrock, who's pictured here, sent the first message on the internet on October 29, 1969, to the Stanford Research Institute. UCLA was the first node on the Defense Department's computer network, and SRI was the second node. Kleinrock wanted to type log to connect or log into the SRI computer. They sent the L and the O, but they crashed before they could get the G. So the first message on the internet was, lo and behold, the most hierarchical institution, the US military, created one of the least hierarchical institutions, the internet. Emergence. The ARPANET was a distributed network. If one part of the network broke down, there were other ways to transmit information. UCLA's Kleinrock also developed packet switching. Information was broken into packets and then sent separately and reconstructed at the other end. Email was developed 2 years later in 1971, leading to the possibility of using the internet for communication and entrepreneurial projects. The entrepreneurial stage. In 1971, microprocessors, the guts of the computer operations, were also created. They led to the development of personal computers. The Commodore 64, pictured here, was a rudimentary machine using dual disks, an operating disk and a data disk. Microprocessors became smaller and more powerful, leading to powerful PCs, laptops, and smartphones that we have today. In the 1980s, Microsoft developed a commercial operating system called MS-DOS, which became the industry standard. In 1986, the National Science Foundation created a network for university research computers around the country. Entrepreneurial stage continued. Scientists developed fiber optic cable for high-speed communications. Tim Berners-Lee, who's pictured here, is a Swiss software engineer who developed the World Wide Web and Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML, which allowed for easier communication and moved the internet into the next phase. The mass medium stage. Web browsers allowed the masses to access the World Wide Web more easily. In 1993, Marc Andreessen of the National Center for Supercomputing Applications developed the first browser, Mosaic. The following year, Andreessen moved to Silicon Valley in California and developed Netscape, which was soon overtaken by Microsoft's Internet Explorer. Internet service providers allowed regular people to log into the web. AOL, America Online, dominated in dial-up, but soon that was overtaken by DSL and cable, and companies like AT&T, Time Warner, and Verizon became major players. Mass medium stage continued. The search engines helped masses access the web. Stanford University played a big role. Yahoo, developed by two Stanford grad students in 1994, helped to categorize the web. At the time, there were only 22,000 websites. Google, founded by two more Stanford grads in 1998, identified 1 billion websites in 2000 and 60 trillion websites by 2014. I'm sure by now, 2020, there's so many more, probably double that. Indeed, the growth in the web has been exponential. Internet convergence. The internet has truly created a digital revolution. Napster, in 1999, facilitated illegal digital file sharing. Apple's iTunes stepped in to make it legal, and that company took 30% of every sale of music. Streaming came along with Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, and other services. Amazon stepped in to sell books online and then created the Kindle. In smartphones, the BlackBerry, nicknamed the Crackberry, came out in 2002, allowing for continuous checking of email. The iPhone and other smartphones followed in 2007, and iPads and tablets followed in 2010. So there's been a ton of change in just a short amount of time. Everything's gone digital. Newspapers, magazines, movies, TV shows, radio, all media became available because of the move to digital platforms. This has had a profound impact on the world's viewing, reading, and listening habits. Everything has changed. Bookstores and record stores have closed. People now order their food, buy movie tickets, and take classes online. Social media has changed everything as well, from social networks, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, to blogs, wikis, Wikipedia, WikiLeaks, to Kickstarter and GoFundMe, to YouTube, Netflix, gaming, and much more. The internet has changed it all.